Now let's go with the agile approach of working.
Okay. So this approach is for like I'm really not getting that. Like we have to approach in this format or the process is like this.
Okay. Process is like this.
Huh.
If we are following this process, then this should be the approach.
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है
Huh.
okay.
Okay, in layman language,
हाँ
let's suppose we are supposed to travel
हाँ
from Bangalore
okay
to Delhi.
okay
Okay. Now we can go via train, we can go by air, or if possible, we can break the journey and go by road as well. And
correct
then obviously we can use our personal vehicle, public transport, and a lot of other ways are there. Let's say
right.
you go 50% you went by train, rest you are going by road. It can be
Hmm.
any. So
Hmm.
now there are approaches. If you are going by train, then these are 5 ways you need to keep in your mind that you should
Correct
keep
correct
your luggage safe. Okay, you should
right
not jump out of the train if it stops. So,
yeah
so these are the rules which you should follow to travel safely and to reach to your destination.
correct.
Same goes for flight. If you're going by a flight, hey, just keep in mind that you don't have heavy luggage. You might need to pay more for it. So that is
Mm-hmm.
a rule. So these are some rules created with agile and waterfall approach, which we
Okay.
follow. So we follow these rules in the project, but this is our decision whether we want to use waterfall rules or we want to use agile rules. We can't
Oh,
club it.
got it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Huh. So now in this agile approach, how it
Hmm.
functions,
Hmm.
you go with iterative approach. Okay.
Iterative.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I say iterative, it means that once you have written the BRD documentation done,
Hmm.
you start with a very short module, very small module. You will start from scratch, you will code it, you will develop that module, you will test that module, and you will have a client call as well for that small module,
Okay.
which you can maybe showcase. If it's not a very big project, maybe in 2 3 months you can show something to your client, so even the client knows, okay, they are doing something and this is something we got as the first look of our product or project.
Understood.
Okay, so now at that time even client can say, hey, I think I was wrong and I need these changes, or maybe if you could do this in the in other modules so that we can incorporate the changes, right?
Hmm.
So this become flexible as well.
Correct.
Okay, so you are adaptive to the
Hmm.
changing requirement, and
Yeah.
this also this actually gives you more security that at the end of this uh, proper completion of the project, we will come up with
Hmm.
something which even client wants and we want to deliver.
Got it. Got it.
But again, this iterative process is a bit hectic. Like, everyone gonna discuss a lot of things. Sometimes they are confused, sometimes they are sorted, sometimes you
Correct.
are having
Correct.
10 different calls of 1 hour each to just to decide something which is very basic. Okay. But then
Hmm.
all of this gives you the security that okay, your delivery would be good.
Okay. So you are into agile approach or
Yes.
what? Which one?
Since the start of my career into IT, Agile is being followed. Even I have a lot of colleagues.
Huh.
Everyone, whenever I talk to them, they generally say, okay, we are following Agile. Agile. Like Agile is something I have never heard someone saying, okay, I was using waterfall or any other methodology. There are a lot of other methodologies as well. I
Huh.
haven't put it here because practically they are not required. And
अच्छा.
theory पढ़ के कोई फायदा नहीं है. So
Okay. Okay.
that's
Got
why.
it.
So Agile, you will be using Agile for sure. 80 to
Okay.
90% chances are there.
Yeah. Can you just repeat once again about iterative?
So iterative means repetition.
Okay, repetition.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the approach is iterative. It's like you
Hmm.
code, okay, you plan, you design, you code, and
Hmm.
after
Hmm.
code you get something. You test that as well, and
Correct.
after testing you go to the client and then show them, okay sir, we developed this. So let's say this project is divided into 100 modules. You just created one module,
Okay.
okay, and you and showcase to the client
Hmm.
that okay, this is what we got. Do you want any changes? Is it fine? Does it look good?
Hmm.
And then after that, if the client gives a thumbs up, you go and start working on module number two.
Correct.
Or let's say parallelly, another team is working on module two.
Yeah.
Okay, but when they get the feedback of module 1, they will do the changes in module 2 as well.
Understood. Understood. Yeah.
So just to give you example from manufacturing industry, they also use
Mm-hmm.
agile methodology. So let's say when you see Mahindra and Mahindra, okay,
Huh.
or Tata or any you can say vehicle manufacturing organization, you
Okay.
see their chassis, which is the base of the car, is developed somewhere else. Parallelly, somewhere else the engine is being developed. Okay, there is a QA department who is checking if the quality is good or not. They're
Yeah.
testing it, right? And then they integrate each and everything, and then they test it, and then they deliver it.
Correct.
So similarly here also, these modules, different teams will be working, someone is testing, but every module is being checked and then only integrated with the system.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's say the engine which they created, let's say for the new version of Thar, it is not working.
Hmm.
Okay, so they're gonna check the engine first, they're gonna test the engine first, and then they will integrate it with the body of the Thar or chassis of the Thar.
Yeah. Got
Okay, so
it.
that they know, okay, what we have integrated is working fine. Now let's
Mhm.
focus on other part.
Okay.
And obviously here lot of collaboration is required from customer end as well, and
Mm-hmm.
you interact with team a lot. Why? Because if the business analyst had a question, had a discussion with the client that okay, these are the things we need to change, we need to make code more efficient, or we don't need this particular screen, we need something else, or we need n number of fields, whatever they say, the business
Hmm.
analyst will connect with different teams and will give the information to them. Okay, hey, just stop what you are doing and do these changes and then continue.
Okay.
Okay, so compared to waterfall, a lot of collaboration is required here.
Okay.
Now, we talked about Scrum a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I tell you what Scrum is.
Hmm.
Okay, this is a framework for development of complex product.
Okay.
So, Agile is a tree,
Hmm.
and Scrum, Extreme Programming, Kanban are branches of it.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so recently, a lot of organizations says that we are using Scrum Bun.
Right. Right.
So Scrum Bun is a combination of Scrum and Kanban.
Kanban. Okay.
Yeah,
What are these actually?
I'll tell you.
Huh.
In the last previous PPT,
Huh.
uh, I showed you there was a picture where team members are sitting on table, and there was one guy who has a whiteboard, and they're having a lot of stickers on the whiteboard, and they're planning something. Do you remember?
Right. Right. Right.
Right.
I
So
remember. Huh.
that board is called as a Kanban board.
Okay. That board is called as a Kanban.
That is a planning board. It's called a Kanban board. Now we
Okay.
have this board in Jira tool currently. So earlier they used to have physical boards. Now we are working on tools.
Huh.
There is a tool called Jira, which
Hmm.
is being developed by Atlassian. It's an organization
Okay.
that has this similar board, and you all are following Agile, generally use Jira a lot.
अच्छा
We're
ठीक है.
gonna learn about Jira practically in this course.
About Jira ना.
Yeah, that is something which will definitely, because you're gonna use it on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, it's a tool,
It's a
right?
tool. It's a tool. Yeah,
Um,
and a lot of features are there, but you need to use few features. So I'll let you know
oh.
what all you need to
Hmm.
know from it.
Okay, okay, done.
So
Hmm.
here, if you see Scrum, Extreme Programming, Kanban, and Lean Software Development. Okay,
Lean
you
software.
yeah,
Okay.
you choose. So under Agile also you choose any of this particular framework
Hmm.
depending on the kind of project you are getting.
Okay, मतलब we should know all this. You
You
mean?
should know all this, obviously, but this decision would never be taken by you or a BA who is, let's say, 5 year or 6 year experience. If you're working for a MNC, in that case, at least.
हाँ हाँ.
Generally, these decisions are taken by tech leads who are 15 years, 20 years experience in the industry.
So what is our role here then?
A role is just to know that what Scrum is. So let's say they decided, okay, guys, we gonna run this project on the basis of Scrum framework. So you
Uh,
should know, okay, when we have a Scrum framework, what we do.
okay.
Okay, you just need to know what Scrum. So you just need to know, okay, this is Kanban, so they're gonna have a board. So even when you do Scrum, you have a Kanban board as well. So you should just know about it. You not need to do anything on it. You just know. It's an
Mm-hmm.
information which you should have.
Okay.
Okay, because if there is any IT professional, no,
Huh?
even a 6 month experience or 1 year of experience, if an IT professional is having,
Hmm?
they know about it. So if let's say someone from a non-IT background is jumping into IT, they want to take a career transition, right? These are the
Huh?
basic terminologies which they need to have in their mind and their definition or meaning as well. So that
Uh,
when you casually talk to someone,
huh?
you know, okay, हाँ Kanban तो use होता ही है, yes, Scrumban, yeah, Scrumban is being used in. So it gives you the confidence and the person talking to you as well that okay, this guy knows things. That is
Mm-hmm.
on a personal level, I'm telling you. On professionally or technically, yes, you should know at least Scrum and Kanban. These two rarely we gonna use in general data science based project. We don't use this much.
Okay. Okay. Huh?
So we can obviously go a lot detail into it, but not required. So I'm just giving you the names. Just remember Scrum and Kanban because we gonna discuss these 2 points in very detail, and
Okay.
obviously a very basic understanding of extreme programming and lean software development.
Okay.
Okay, so if you see XP, so XP gives you some rules
Hmm.
for coding.
Okay.
Okay, so we as a BA not need to know those rules because a developer should know it.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, but for lean software development, there are few principles which we as a BA should know, and let's say 30% we should know, and 70% a developer should know.
Hmm. Hmm.
But when it comes to Kanban and Scrum, we should know at least 70 to 80%.
Hmm. Got it.
Okay, cool. So what are so see this board you can see agile milestone.
Yeah.
So if we stick just so this is a dashboard though, but if you
Huh?
just put stickers on it and you have some points to discuss, this will called as a Kanban board.
Kanban. Okay. Huh.
Okay.
Huh. Huh.
Okay.
Pros and cons.
So see, agile also have pros and cons. Pros we know.
Hmm.
Okay. Very less chances of failure. Adaptability is very high. Customer is happy from day one because customer is able to share their thought process with you and
Correct.
they know that okay what the progress is and they know it is going in the right direction. So customer is satisfied a lot. And
Hmm.
when we are working on a project, customer or the stakeholder should be happy, then we are happy. And we should get the product what is required. So that is why agile is being used mostly. Everyone wants to keep people happy, right? And the product good.
Right.
So that is why agile is being used a lot. Okay.
Okay.
Cons. So less documentation is done.
Hmm.
Okay. And that may become a challenge because
Okay.
if we don't document things much and we are just
Hmm.
going on the base of discussion, few weeks or months later the client can come up and say hey I just told you this, you didn't do this, and you have nothing to
Sure.
say or show. Yeah,
Huh.
so this become something which is risky. That is why nowadays every organization who is following agile is using Jira board. In Jira, they will
Huh.
put the ticket name, they will give the comments on everything. So they are not creating any document, but then Jira itself becomes the document to showcase at least.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So if you remember, we discussed scope yesterday.
We discussed
Scope.
scope. Huh. Huh.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what is scope.
स्कोप मतलब अब मैं कैसे बोलूं.
Okay, scope is these are the boundaries which we
Hmm.
finalize with the client so that we know what we are supposed to do.
मतलब that I guess it came in software development process,
Yes,
right? In the
yes,
planning part.
yes, correct.
Okay, yeah.
That was
तो वो project का scope क्या है? So that's what it comes under planning. I
it.
like understood in that way.
Ha ha, correct. Yes.
Okay.